Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Getting Results in Business series. In today's class, we are almost at the end of our unit on change in business. In this 8th class in the series, we're going to be looking at the Language at Work section of our unit. In the Language at Work section, you are presenting or learning how to present and talk about future plans and changes. You're also working on the language to be diplomatic about a change that's presented that you don't agree with. In the next 2 classes, that is tomorrow, I think, tomorrow and the day after, tomorrow and the day after, we're going to be working on a case study where you have to use the language that we've learned to present future plans and changes of your own. So in the final case study, you are going to decide on and present possible changes to help a company operate more efficiently. So all of that is coming up. First, a little bit about me. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom nice and quiet. But tune in to the new words and the new expressions you're learning. Use them as actively as you can so that I can correct you and give you feedback. Finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. That is all you need to know about me. Let's say hello to all of you. Let me get my screen sharing going on. Hello, all of you. Hello. Give me just a second.
Hello.
All right. Everyone did that at the same time. Hello. All right. That's our notes. You can open it or download it. All the links that we need are there. Give me just a second for this to load, and I'm going to open the presentation and maybe just show you, just to remind you about the map. I'll show you that again. I didn't update the map yet. But I did send you the homework, so maybe we should take a quick look at that. I forgot. So look, let's scroll down to today's class. I think I didn't write the summary from yesterday. Let's see. It's a little bit slow. I think we got to go down to page 6. Yeah, there we go. Okay, on page 6, you have all the links from everything we need. And looks like I did not write the summary from yesterday. It looks like I forgot. So yesterday was the 12th. Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Today is the 13th. Yeah. That's it. Okay. We worked on the future perfect and the future continuous for talking about future plans. We did that in the context of working on change. In other words, a change that takes place in your organization, how you deal with it, how to be diplomatic about it, that kind of thing. Okay? So that's what we did. The next question is, so what? Why was it important? Well, the so what is you should now recognize the form and the use of each tense. What the present perfect, what the future perfect looks like, what the future continuous looks like, and how to use them. Now what? Well, try the short homework that I give you. We'll take a look at that in a second. And also go to the mind map to review. Let's start with the homework because I sent that yesterday. If you didn't do it, it's okay. Don't worry. We can do it right now. Let's say a quick hello to, I have no idea how to say your name because it looks like it's in Korean. Who is our friend with the cat in the hat in the window down there?
I like.
Who is that?
Yes, I'm from South Korea. Is my name is Korean name is very difficult. Is you call me is Grace.
Grace?
Yes, G
What
R A C E.
what's your
My
Korean?
nickname.
What's your real name?
Mihaegang.
Bihekam?
Yes, so difficult.
Bihekam is not difficult.
No. Mihaegang.
Biheka.
So difficult.
I said it perfectly.
Yeah,
Biheka.
yeah.
Look at that. It's
No,
perfect.
no, no. Mihaegang.
Like this. Biheka. Like that, right?
Yes,
It's
perfect.
perfect. Biheka. I got it
Yeah,
perfectly. It's not
yeah.
difficult.
Thank
It's
you.
easy. Very easy.
Thank you.
So this is one of the last classes in the unit, Grace. This is one of the
Yes,
last classes we've done. And
yes,
we've worked on grammar.
yes,
In the other classes, we've looked at, this is a business class, so we've looked at how organizations deal with change. We looked at
yes,
how to be diplomatic when you're in a meeting, how
yes,
to react to what people say, and
yes,
how to discuss future plans. So those are all the things we've been doing in the last 8 classes, just so you know where we are. Okay?
yes,
Even if you weren't in the other classes, you can still participate. This is a conversation class, okay? So you can also catch up on what you've missed by looking at the material,
yes,
particularly in our notes. You can always review the other presentations and things we've done, okay?
yes,
So for those of you who did the homework, let's take a quick look. In the homework, which is the language at work homework, it's using the future continuous and the future perfect. And as you can see, I made a note. Check your answers on the last page, and then bring your questions to class. Here was a summary of what we did in class yesterday. So you've got the notes with the form of the future perfect and future continuous. And something we didn't do yesterday, we're going to do today, a little bit about probability. Okay? But what I'd like to do just to warm up today is, even if you didn't do the homework, I'd like us to try to do this together using the right verb tense. It would be a good review and it would be a good introduction if you weren't here. Okay? So I'm going to go right down the line in the order that I see you, starting with Daniel, and then Greg, and then Jose, and then Odie, and Grace, and Rebecca, and then Grace at the end. Grace, by that time you'll see what we're doing, and you can jump right in and see if you can give an answer. In this text, you have the future continuous or the future perfect, and you have to choose which one fits. And this is probably people talking in a meeting, like the meetings that we heard earlier in the unit. Okay, so it's a similar kind of meeting. This is the presentation that they're giving. All right?
yeah.
Let's try it together and see how it goes. Daniel, why don't you start us off?
We're, we're starting our consultation process today, and over the next few weeks, we will be talking to you individually about how you feel about the changes.
Sounds good. What verb tense did you use?
Future continuous.
Future continuous. We will be talking to you individually. Sounds okay to me. So, Greg, you're up.
We will finish our research by the end of March.
Mm-hmm. We will finish. Okay, you weren't in class yesterday,
No,
so,
no.
but don't worry. You have to choose between two forms of the future, but not the simple future. Not,
Okay. I catch you. Okay.
yeah.
We will
Oops, sorry about that. So
have
here,
finished.
say again?
We will have finished.
Perfect. That's it. That's it. And you know that because you have a keyword to help you too. By. When you see by, you automatically know that it's going to be a perfect form. Because a perfect form, perfect meaning have done, will have done, had done, would have done. All of those are always going to be something before something else. So we'll do it by then. We did it by then. Okay, it's always going to be two actions being compared. So by is the preposition to help you see that it's one of the perfect forms. So your answer is right, future perfect. That's it.
Correct.
Okay?
Okay.
Jose, why don't you try the third one? And why don't you read starting from the beginning of 2, because it'll be a little easier for you if you read it together.
Okay. We will have finished our research by the end of March. During the first 2 weeks in April, we will be analyzing the findings.
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
What's the name of that verb tense in number 3?
The future continuous.
Correct. Okay. And there's no by, so that also helps
Okay.
you see that you don't need the future perfect. That's right.
It's not okay. It's not future perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you said was correct. It's the future
Yes.
continuous.
Okay.
We'll be analyzing our research by the end of March. Okay, Odi, take it away.
We'll have produced a report on the main conclusion by May at the latest.
Excellent. What's the name of that verb tense?
Future perfect.
That's right,
Form.
future perfect. It's correct, and the name is correct too. Future perfect. So once again, he said, what was that? That was 4, right? Yeah, 4. That he said, we'll have produced a report on the main conclusions by May at the latest. Okay, Rebecca, Doring?
Yeah. During the consultation period,
Consultation period.
During the consultation period, we'll also be holding a series of meetings to divide the issue.
Perfect. What's the name of that tense? You're correct.
Yes,
What's the name of it?
Future continuous.
Exactly. Future continuous. Okay, Grace, it's
Yes.
your chance to try it. I want you to
Yes.
read 5 and 6 together. It'll be easier that
Yes.
way.
Yes, we will also holding a series of meetings to divide the issue, and senior managers will giving a range of presentation on the key topics.
Good, but you're missing a word. You cannot say will.
Will giving.
Yeah, but you're missing a word. Here, look. Look in the chat window. What's the missing word in between will and giving?
Senior arranges present key topic. Will.
You need a verb, an
Yes.
auxiliary verb,
Yes.
before giving.
Yes.
You're missing one verb. Will blank giving. Will what?
Will be giving.
Correct. That's
Yes,
right.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Yes, will be
Very
giving.
good.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
All right. So everyone, let me just read that through once so you can just hear how it sounds all together. Okay? Then we're going to go on to B, and you'll be reading that as well. So listen to the whole thing quickly just to hear it all together so you can get the meaning. We'll be starting our consultation process today, and over the next few weeks, we'll be talking to you individually about how you feel about the changes. We'll have finished our research by the end of March, during the first 2 weeks in April, we'll be analyzing the findings. We'll have produced a report on the main conclusions by May at the latest. Wait, let me just read this 1 second here, Grace. During the consultation period, we'll also be holding a series of meetings to debate the issues, and senior managers will be giving a range of presentations on the key topics. So that's your model. You're going to be using these forms yourself a little later in class to give a presentation, okay, or a mini presentation. Okay, I think you get the idea, actually. I'm going to skip exercise B because I think you get the idea. What I really want to do is move on to something we haven't had a chance to do yet. So what I'm going to do is open up the presentation 3 that had our grammar in it. And I want to move on to the second part. Give me just a second to open this. One moment. Let's jump. Okay, here. So yesterday we started this. We're talking about the future continuous and future perfect, but we're also talking about probability. When you talk about future plans, you have to say to what degree. To what degree? See in the chat window, or to what extent something is possible. How probable it really is. Okay, so yesterday we started with the verb tenses by listening to, by returning to a presentation, and then we used this picture to use those verb tenses based on what we see. So we said things like, oh, what's going on in the picture? Oh, well, they'll be clearing out this location for the next 6 months. They'll have finished the construction by March. So we use some of those key phrases on the screen to get some idea about how to use the present, the future perfect, and the future continuous. What I want to do is go on to talk about probability now. So I want you to listen to something you haven't listened to before. There's 3 short audio extracts, and you tell me what is being discussed in each extract. Afterwards, we're going to go back and look at how they talk about percentages, how they talk about figures in these. And when you do that, we're going to pick up a new set of vocabulary words for talking about probability. All right? So, as you know, you can listen, but if you want to cheat, just turn to slide 10 on your computer if you have this open. Okay? But I prefer you don't cheat. I'd like you to use your ears as much as possible, at least the first time. So, give me just a second here. I need to open this on my computer. One moment. Hang on just a minute because I have to open the transcripts. Because I can't play the audio, I have to read it. Give me just a second to open this. Uh-oh. It's not working. Hold on a second. Give me just a second. One moment, one moment. No problem. It'll go away in a second. Almost there. Almost there. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Extract 1. There's 2 people speaking. Person A. Your project is finishing at the end of this week, isn't it? Person B. In theory, yes, but I might have to spend a bit more time on it. There are bound to be a few loose ends to tie up. There always are. But there probably won't be that much to do, so there's a good chance I'll be free in 10 days or so. Okay, that was extract 1. Let me just, so I'm just going to turn off your microphones for a second because I'm getting a lot of background noise, okay? So just while I'm reading this, let me turn off your microphones, then you can turn them back on. Extract 2. Imagine that you're listening to the news, and the news broadcast goes like this. Problems for the government are getting worse, and it is doubtful whether it will be able to hold on to power for much longer. There is certain to be more bad news in the coming week. The latest inflation figures due out on Tuesday are likely to show an economic situation that is steadily getting worse. Extract 3. Again, there are two people speaking. Person A. Christina, I'm still in Ecuador. I'm just calling to say I definitely won't be able to speak at the conference on Friday. Person B. Oh, things are still bad, are they? Person A. Yes, and it'll probably take a few more days at least to sort everything out. Um, Perhaps I'll be able to get back next week sometime. I really don't know. Person B. Okay, then I'll get Bill to stand in for you, and obviously I need someone who will definitely be there. Is that okay with you? Person A. Yes, yes, that's fine. I understand. And those are our 3 audio extracts. Okay? Think back to those 3 and tell me, what was the first one about in general? Who wants it?
Person A in extract 1
Right?
is saying that this week you are going. He's asking if person B is going to hand in his project this week.
You have the loudest hinges of anyone I've ever met. You've got to oil your door.
I am going to after this class. Okay.
All right. They are incredibly loud. They're excellent. You
Okay.
could sell those if people want loud. Anyway, so he's going to hand in the project. In other words, the discussion is about the end of a project, basically, right?
Yeah, and person B is telling him that he needs more time, but not a lot of time, not too much time. You just
All
need
right.
a little bit more.
Okay, that's it. So, class, the gist is, when I say gist, I mean the general idea. The gist is it's about ending a project. Okay? In extract 2, I gave you a little hint. So I cheated a little bit and told you some extra information. But someone else, maybe Jose, what would you say about extract 2? What was the gist?
The gist of extract 2 is that bad news are coming, and the government doesn't be able to hold
Won't
on to
won't
power
be able. Won't be able. Won't
no
won't be able.
won't
Mm-hmm.
no
Yes, yes.
yes won't be able to hold on to power for much longer time.
Exactly. I just corrected you because you can't say don't be able
Okay.
because we're talking about the future. If I say don't be able, it's about ability and it's about right now. If I
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
you're right. They won't be able to hold on to power.
They won't be able. Okay.
That's right. That's right. And it had something to do with inflation. That's what we
Okay.
heard in the news
Yes.
broadcast. Okay,
Bad news.
excellent. Right, that's it. All right. What about, let me ask Sylvia this last one. Sylvia, did you get the gist of the last audio extract?
Hi everybody. I couldn't listen the whole extract 3. So I'm sorry because I
Oh,
joined in the last few minutes.
okay, no problem.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
Grace, What would you say was the main idea of extract 3? Turn on your microphone again.
Yes. Extra 3?
Yeah.
I will probably visit Los Angeles is 2 weeks, 2 weeks last later.
About visiting? About
About
visiting what?
visiting, I will probably visiting Las Vegas tomorrow.
Oh, you lost me, Grace. I'm very confused. Are you
Yes.
talking about the meaning of the last audio? Or are you talking about something you're going to do?
Yes. I audio I video is extra 1, extra 2, extra 3. No?
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get to extract 3,
Yes.
let's just clarify the main idea.
Main
Okay?
idea.
Yeah. What was the main idea in that discussion between the two people? What was the problem that they had? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, no problem, no problem.
Yes. And
Class,
skip.
who remembers? What was the main idea in extract 3?
It's about someone that won't be able to go to a meeting. I think so. No.
Yeah, someone was in Ecuador, I think. It was what they said. Okay? So, we've got the gist. End of a project, problems for a government, and someone who is not able to leave a country, or they're stuck for some reason and they won't be able to make a conference, but they're speaking, they're trying to get out of doing a conference because they're not able to go. So that's the main idea. Now let's focus on the language. It says to underline the following phrases. Well, you can't do that in this class because you don't have this page printed out, okay? But you can talk about them. So talk about the following phrases that the speaker uses. The speaker will use these phrases to talk about the probability of things happening. You can write 0, 25, 50, 75, or 100% to show how probable these things are. Now, the script is on the next slide right here. So what you need to do is, if you want, you can open this, and the link is here, but I'll give it to you as well. Give me a second here. I'll post it in the chat window for you in case you don't have it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on slide 9, but you can read slide 10. I said 12, I meant to say 10. You can read slide 10, and then in a minute, I want you to come back and write in, or just say, the percentages that tell you how probable or how improbable the language you see really is. So for example, the word might. If it might happen, it's 50%. And you can see the word might right in the first line of person B. In theory, yes, I might have to spend a bit more time on it. It could happen, or it could not happen. It's 50-50. So obviously you have to think about the language and decide. All right? So go ahead and do that. Take a quick look at the extracts on page, actually I'll put it on screen for you as well. Take a quick look through these extracts for, I'll give you like a minute, minute and a half, and then let's go back and clarify what percentage we're talking about in terms of probability. Okay, so the time starts now. I'll give you 60 seconds to reread, and then we'll see where we are, okay? If you're not sure, just make a guess.
What is bound to, teacher?
Sorry, say again?
Bound to.
Bound to, isn't it? Bound to? There
Yes,
are
bound to.
bound to be a few loose ends. It's another way to say there probably will be. bound to be,
They.
probably will be.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
There's lots of synonyms for the word probable here. We have to decide if it's more probable or less probable. So that's where the percentage will come in. So you have to decide is bound to 100%, 75, 50, 25, or 0% probable. Okay, get that from the context. All right. Did everyone have a chance to read? We ready?
Yes.
Okay. If we're ready, let's go around the room and see what your answers are. If you're not sure, make an educated guess. Hopefully, you were able to find some of these phrases in the text. They're pretty much in order. So let's start with extract 1, okay? Might, 50%. Daniel, bound to.
100%.
I agree completely. 100%. Greg, probably won't.
Sorry, 50%.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Well, that would mean that probably won't and might are equal.
Yes, no? Oh,
I don't think so.
less.
I think less, yeah.
So 25%?
Yeah, because otherwise, if I say I might do it, that means I'm more likely not to do it. In other words, it's tipping the scale in the wrong direction. Probably won't has that word won't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Won't is 0% impossible. So probably won't is got to be in between, 25%.
Okay.
Okay? But it's
Okay.
good. It's good that we say that because we can really clarify things right now and then use it at the end of class. So if it's clear, great. We're going to use it in just a moment to do a little activity of our own, okay? So,
Okay.
Jose, there's a good chance that...
Yeah. 100%?
It's a good chance. It's not a perfect chance. It's just a good chance.
Good chance. 50%?
Well, it's not an average chance. It's better than average.
75%.
It's got to be 75%. It's not perfect, but it's not in the middle. So 75, I agree. That's it.
Okay.
So just to recap, bound, 100. Probably won't, 25. Good chance, 75. Okay? Let's go on to Moulin for I don't know why I keep saying your name in a French way. Mulham, let's go on to you for it is doubtful.
Actually, you were pronouncing it correctly first, because it's not khe, it's mulham. Yeah, mulham. Anyway, okay, yeah, there's no khe. Newsreader, I think the first one should be it's doubtful, so it's 25%.
I agree. It's doubtful. Not impossible, just doubtful. 25%. Odie, it is certain too?
I think it's 75%.
But the word is certain.
Certain.
Yeah, certain. If I'm certain about it, do I have any doubt? I'm certain that you're Odie. I'm certain. Do I doubt that you're Odie? No, I don't doubt it.
There is seems to be more bad news. So it is 100%?
It's got to be because of the word certain. Is that clear why?
Yeah, because
Because it's certain, and also because there's no extra words like probably certain. Not that we say that, but if we did, that could be a little bit of doubt. Or it's most likely certain, but there's no extra words to give us any doubt. So it's 100%. It's certain. And in the text, we saw this. Here, there is certain to be more bad news in the coming weeks. So that means in the news report, they are 100% sure things are going to be worse. As much as we can be. We don't know the future, but as much as we can know, we're sure. So 100% we're sure. Rebecca, what about are likely to?
I think is 100%.
For likely to, but likely is not the same as certain.
But it's like bound to.
Yeah, yeah.
You said probably will be bound to, and bound to is 100%. So
bound to alone is 100%, right? Alone.
In this
but
case, okay.
If I say bound to is certain, likely to is not exactly the same because I guess it has to do with the word likely. What's another word for likely? How do you say likely in Spanish, for example?
Posible. So possible.
Yeah, it's possible. So likely and possible are synonyms.
Okay.
Likely, possible, probable.
Yeah, 75.
So it's 75. Not 100, but it is 75. Absolutely.
Yeah, almost. Okay.
Okay, and we're on to Sylvia for extract 3. Definitely won't.
0%.
0% is right. Definitely won't is different than probably won't. Definitely makes it very clear. 0. Grace, what about will or I'll probably? Will, probably, you'll probably, we'll probably, they'll probably.
Yes, I think it's 75.
I think you're right. Probably gives that little bit of doubt. So it's not 100%.
Yes.
Okay. And back to Daniel for perhaps.
50%.
50%. Could happen, but might not happen. 50%. Greg, last one. Will definitely.
I think 100%.
Because of the word?
Definitely.
Definitely. That's it. Okay, you've got the idea, and now you've got the language to help you. Listen, this page is one of the most important things you will ever do, this particular exercise, because this is advanced language, really advanced. You're not just talking about whether something is possible or not, like 0 and 1, but you've got all those little in-between words, which is an excellent way to expand your vocabulary and sound like a native speaker. So, you're going to try it out on your own. Oops, let me go back. First, we'll try it out in a simple way. You've got the key words at the bottom right, and your goal is to use as many phrases as possible to talk about your activities inside work and outside of work. Okay, you're going to try it on your own. What activities will, might, won't you be doing next week, next month, in 6 months' time, next year, and what do you think you will, might, or won't achieve by the end of next week or between now and then? So it would probably be good to hear an example. So let me give you a quick example of what I might say. Well, what will you or won't you be doing? So that's the present, future continuous. And what I will or might or won't have achieved, that's the future perfect. And I'm going to try to mix them together a little bit to make it sound more natural. Well, over the next month, I'll definitely be working on preparing myself for the top exam in Portuguese, the university level exam, and I'll be also working on my Italian because I've got to fix that. It's kind of a mess. So I'll be doing those two language projects over the next 4 weeks. I'll be doing it. And I'd say that I'm bound to reach an intermediate level of Italian by the end of, not by the end of next week, but I'd say, within 6 months for sure. No problem. Because Italian is very similar to Portuguese, and I speak Portuguese, but it's a little more fun because you get to bounce around when you speak Italian. Hey, bada bing, bada boom. It's funny. It's nice. Then maybe I'll try to work on a little bit of French, and then Greek, and maybe Korean. Now Grace is here. I can work on Korean. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. I know nothing about Korean. So I'd say, but by the end of next week, I'll have finished my plan about how to study, and within 6 months, I think I'll have passed the Portuguese exam, and I think I'll have reached a decent intermediate, maybe even advanced level of Italian if I can study in the way I'd like to study. So that's a little bit about my language plans. Okay? What I'd like you to do is take turns asking each other questions and giving your project in the same way. So I'm going to go around the room exactly like we did. Daniel, what do you think you'll be doing in 6 months' time?
It's likely to be abroad, working abroad.
It's likely, or I'll likely?
I'm likely
I'm likely to, right. I'm likely to be abroad.
I'm likely to be abroad.
Ah, interesting.
And it is doubtful I'll be learning another foreign language.
Oh, no?
Or not?
No? Really?
No. And I will definitely improve my English.
Where do you think you'll be abroad in 6 months?
Because I'm looking for a new job.
Ah, so you're going to work outside of Spain?
Yes, because in Spain, in my field, it's really hard to find a job.
Yeah. Go to India. I hear there's Indonesian architects working in India.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard that.
He can't hire me.
One question. One question. When do you think you'll have landed a job? Look, I'm using the future perfect. When do you think you'll have landed? You'll have landed a job. Look in the chat window for the verb, landed. To land means to get in this case. When do you think you'll have landed a job, Daniel?
Probably I will have landed in a year.
Okay. In a year from now.
In a year from now, yeah.
Okay, good.
I
hope so too. I hope in a week from now.
I have savings, but not that savings.
I want you to look at one thing before we move on. I'm going to have you ask questions to someone else. But look at the chat window. Tell me what's the problem with that sentence. What's the problem with the order of the words in the chat window, Daniel?
I probably will have landed. I will probably have landed.
Yeah, I will probably have landed is right. So I'll rewrite it for you, but that's it. And you can even make it more idiomatic by just saying I'll probably have landed a job by then. I'll probably have landed.
I'll probably have landed a job.
Okay, excellent. Daniel, pick a person, any person, and you're going to be asking questions about activities in and out of work one question must be in the future continuous, and one question, the follow-up, must be in the future perfect.
Okay.
Okay?
Odi,
Yes.
what activity might you be doing next year?
I'll 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 be let me uh,
Don't forget those key phrases.
yes. I will definitely doing my project.
And
Okay.
what do
What?
you think? What do you
Hmm?
think? Uh, no, what do you think? No. Do you think? Do you think you will finish your currently project by the end of this month?
Good. Say that
Hmm?
again, Daniel, but use the future perfect because you made a little mistake. So
Okay.
one more time.
Do you think you will have finished
Good.
your currently project by
Your
the end
current project.
your
Current.
current project by the end of this month?
Okay. I will make let me I will make finish my project by the end of March. So
Will or might. One or the other, not both. One or the other.
okay. Will or Mike?
Because
How about uh-huh? How
because
about I if I
I
say
heard you say I heard you say I will might finish, but I don't, maybe I misheard you.
okay.
One
Yes,
or
I
the
will
other.
make finish. I might finish my project by the end of March. So it is impossible to finish by the end of next month.
Okay, very good. So
Exactly.
so you're bound to finish within a year, but it's
Yes.
doubtful you'll finish by next month, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Look at those keywords, bound to. Use some of those
Bound.
exotic ones too. Okay, Adi, you're next. Pick a person, ask a question, can be specific or it can be general about work activities.
Okay. Rebecca, I want to ask. Rebecca, do you
Yes.
in future perfect? Do you, will you 1 second, please?
Yeah.
I forget. I
Think,
forget
think,
how
Adi,
to
think.
order. How to order the. What will be? Uh, what will be? What will be? What will be?
Just finish the
Your
sentence. What will be what?
what, what will be your activities next month?
Okay. Say that with a continuous though.
Say again the question because I
Yeah,
didn't
but
understand the
also
word.
use the future continuous here. You got to say an ing, Adi. What will you be
What will you be what will you be
doing? Maybe.
doing? Okay,
There you
what will
go.
you be doing next month?
Easy. Say that again. Say it with confidence.
Okay, Rebecca, what will you be doing by the next month?
Um, it's certain to I'll be I'll be studying English, living in the UK.
Good, except you're thinking in Spanish, Rebecca. You're not thinking in English here because you said it's certain.
Yeah.
which is Spanish.
So,
So
what
you
is
have
the
to
position
say,
to say this?
you got to use the first person like we would in English. Talk about yourself. I'm certain to.
Okay. I am certain to. I
Yeah, that's right.
will be studying and living, studying English and living in the UK.
Uh-huh. A little change though. I'm certain to be studying English and living in the UK. I'm certain to be like that.
Okay.
Because what you're thinking of is that construction in French, in Spanish, in Portuguese, that it is important, that it is important too. So in English, we don't need to say it with the third person, it. We can say it with the first person. So
Okay.
I'm certain to be studying Italian next month. You're certain to be studying English next month. Okay? So
Uh-huh.
far, so good. Rebecca, pick a person who hasn't gone, ask a question, perhaps a different question than the one you've heard. Maybe it will change it just a little bit, but your first question should be in the future continuous, okay?
Okay. Future continuous or future
You're going to
present?
use both. You're
Both
going to
because
use both, but your first question will be in the future continuous to talk more generally about the future, okay?
okay. Okay. Which one is left?
Uh,
Tell me
not,
someone.
not Odie, not Daniel, not
Okay.
me, everyone
Okay.
else.
You don't need it. Okay. Molhan. Molhan? Malhan.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think? Uh, will you be living in over the 6 months?
Okay, one more time. One more time. It
More time.
sounded good, but just one more time to say it with confidence.
Okay, where will you be living for over the next 6 months?
Perfect.
Okay, I'm leaving my options open, so I am still not sure. I'll definitely be living abroad, but I am likely to, and there's a good chance that I'll be living actually in the UK, but
Wow.
it's it's doubtful that I will be able to make it on time. So
Doubtful you'll
it
be able to
might,
make it on time. Okay.
yeah. So perhaps it might take me till the end of 2015 till I be there. But I can say one thing that I am bound to be in Europe by the end of 2015.
Okay.
I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Me too.
How do you know that you can be in Europe by the end of 2015?
Okay.
Is it certain?
Yeah, I'm kind of certain because
Okay.
yeah, there's a lot of options, and I am going to travel to continue my studies, and uh, I
Because
need to,
because you need to apply for a visa though.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
actually I'm bound to be accepted. Like, there's a lot of options, not just like the UK. There's Germany.
Ah, right, right. Well, I would accept you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not up to me, but you've got my vote. All
If
right.
that counts.
You never know. If they ask me, give them my number. Okay, Madame, let's try to pick. We've got a little time left. Okay, so pick a new person. You can ask a similar question or a different question, but the first one should be in the future continuous. You can ask a follow-up in the future perfect. All right. Someone who hasn't spoken yet, though.
Okay, I'll ask Greg.
Go for it, Greg.
Okay.
Where do you think that you are going to be by the end of the next year.
And definitely, I want to live in Catalonia.
Ah.
So next year. It's my home.
Can you ask a follow-up with the future perfect? You have to use your imagination here.
Future perfect. So you will have to be living there. You'll have to be prepared to be to the.
No, that's not the future perfect. You'll have been, you'll have done, you'll have changed, you'll have eaten, you'll have.
Yeah, I'm using the basic voice. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
You will have taken your. You will have.
Good.
You will have taken. You will have acquired the language by then, I guess, the Spanish language. Am I right?
I think he speaks Spanish already.
Yes, of course.
How is your Spanish, Greg? Is it good?
Yes. Pretty good, I think.
Hey, let me ask you a different question. Will Catalonia have become independent by next year?
Ooh.
Ooh, I heard an ooh.
Tough.
I didn't ask Mulan about Syria, so I didn't ask a really tough question. I asked about Catalonia. Why? Is that a dangerous topic?
Yes, I think.
Why? Why? We can all have opinions. Why is it dangerous? Hey, listen. If Portugal is a separate country from Spain, what difference does it make if Catalonia is a different country from Spain? It's about the same size, isn't it?
I'm with you on this.
I don't know. Or, how's this? Here's an idea. Rebecca, what do you think? Portugal joins Spain and Catalonia separates. What do you think?
I never think about that because it's it's not an idea. Portugal was separated from Spain years ago. So
it was never part of Spain.
What? No, Spain. Okay, the peninsula. I don't know the name in English.
Yeah. There was a lot of intermarriages, though. That's true. Greg, we got time for one more, maybe. So I think Jose and Grace and Sylvia haven't had a chance. So pick one. Maybe we have time for just one more before the end of class.
Okay, Sylvia, will you still be working in the same business next month?
Good question. Will you still be working? Future continuous. Good. And Sylvia is not sure because she's not answering. Sylvia? Uh-oh. The question is going to go to Grace because Sylvia is not answering. Sylvia, will you be still working in the same job next month? Are you working? Are you studying? What are you doing? Oh, Sylvia is there. Hello, Sylvia. What happened to your microphone? Sylvia? Hello, Sylvia? We can't hear you. Maybe there's a little hangout problem. It happens. Uh-oh. You can still answer, though. Will you still be working in the same job in a month from now? That was Greg's question, Sylvia. You can write your answer. You can write in the chat window so we can test your future perfect or future continuous. Okay? So while you're writing, I'd like Jose to ask one question to Grace because we haven't had the two of you talking yet.
Okay. What work will you do in next month?
What work will you be doing?
Be?
Yeah, don't forget the be.
But it's future continue, no?
Say it again. Say it again for me.
What work will you be doing Next week.
Next week. Okay, great. It's
Okay.
perfect. What work will you be doing next week? Grace,
Okay.
how would you answer that?
I'm certain to will be get a job kindergarten teacher next week.
You're certain to
Will
be
be.
teaching?
Yes.
Ah, you're certain to be teaching. What will you be?
Just a sentence. No impact.
So, what do you teach?
I'm pianist. I'm return back Korea. I'll be teaching piano teacher.
Ah, so you'll be teaching piano next week.
Yes.
Excellent. Will you teach Jose how to play the piano?
No, I don't play the piano.
You will. You will play the piano if she teaches you.
Yes, probably. He will teach me.
Yeah. Grace.
Yes, I will teach him.
Excellent. You can do it through the Hangout.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question, Grace.
No.
When will Jose
Hola,
have
hola.
mastered? Hello, Sylvia. We can hear you now.
Hello. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Let me just ask a quick question to Grace. When will Jose have mastered the piano? If he starts now, when will he have mastered the piano?
I doubtful.
I'm doubtful. I'm
Yes.
doubtful.
I'm doubtful. He will be don't finish is never. Don't finish. Don't finish.
Never.
Yes, because his adult is teaching piano very difficult.
So no one really masters the piano.
Yes.
I see.
I'm sorry.
You see, Jose, you've got nothing to lose.
Yes.
You can't. You just get better and better.
I'm sorry.
All right.
No worry.
And sorry, Sylvia, we didn't get a chance to hear from you. So, what will you be doing next month? One more time.
Okay, I will definitely be working in my coaching project.
And when will you have finished the coaching project?
I hope that don't finish anyway, because the project is to settle up or to continue with my work or with my job in my own company, my coaching own company.
So you'll be setting up your own company.
Yes.
You'll be setting up your own company.
Setting
Okay.
up, yeah.
Do you think it's bound to work? That means 100% certain. Is it bound to work?
Well, perhaps. I'm not sure. I hope.
All right. Well, perhaps is better than definitely no.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So listen, everyone. That was just a little bit of practice today, getting both the future tenses and those expressions that give you all of those gray areas you need. So we don't want to just be future or not future. We want to be future at 75%, at 50%. We want negatives that are not completely negative, okay? So we've got a little bit of practice with that. Our next goal tomorrow and the day after is to use this in a very practical way. So we're going to be having a meeting which will probably take more than one class, where we learn about a situation in a case study, and when we have to propose changes that will make the company operate more efficiently, we'll be using this kind of language to make the suggestions, to talk about how likely we think the results will be. And also, you're going to have to go back to that diplomatic language we learned the other day to practice ideas, to practice how to respond to things you don't agree with or you may feel less positive about. So we're going to put all of that together over the next 2 days. If you haven't done the homework that I sent, try it out to get a little more practice, because it has a part 2 where we get to practice this language today. And I'll try to send you a link if you weren't in class yesterday, so you can try it out, okay? Because Grace, you weren't here, so I'll send you a link too. That's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow for speaking skills at 9 GMT, and our case study for this class will be tomorrow at 10 GMT. Great job, everyone. And I'll send you a copy, Milan, as well. Okay. Bye for now, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.
See you.
Thank you, John.